Dear student, welcome in a new video with a new chapter. In this video, we learn a new chapter of our literature, the cacus race. There are many races we see, we heard, and also the races are marathon, derby, regatta, relay, and rally. In television and also among these races, some of them organized in our school also. We have also participated in some of these races. Have you ever listened about cacus race? Have you ever listened about the cacus race? For over a century, children and adults alike have enjoyed the adventures of Alice in her amazing magical world. This is the play, the cacus race is the play. This play is about a very strange cacus race from Alice's adventure in the Outer land. In this play, Alice, Lorry, bird, Dodo, and Lorry is also bird, Dodo is also bird, mouse, canary, a kind of that one is also bird, and lizard are the main characters. Narrator. Narrator is a person who narrates the story or who tell the story. So let's begin the chapter. Narrator, have you met Alice before? Today we are going to meet her and hear about a wonderful adventure she had in Wonderland. So narrator asks you questions. Have you met Alice before, or before this time have you met the Alice anytime? Today we are going to meet her and hear about a wonderful adventure she had in Wonderland. And at the time Alice enters, means Alice at the time entered. Then narrator said, "Oh, hello Alice, let us start our story at the beginning." And the narrator requests Alice to start the story from very beginning. Alice then start Alice the story and said, "One day I was beginning to get very tired of sitting by my sister on the river bank and of having nothing to do when suddenly a white rabbit with pink eyes ran close by me, saying to itself, oh dear, I shall be late." I followed the rabbit down its hole, and what I fall I had down. I thought the fall would never come to an end. Then what happened one day? One day when Alice was sitting on the river bank, as she has nothing to do, suddenly by chance a white rabbit with a pink eyes ran closely to her, and the rabbit was saying itself, oh dear, I shall be late." And by listening that word, Alice followed the rabbit. And what happened with the Alice? Alice fell down its hole, means the rabbit's hole. And what a fall she had, down and down. And she thought that the fall down never come to an end. She thought that the fall down never came to an end. Then I found myself in a long hallway, but the doors were all shut. I looked through the windows and saw a beautiful garden with colorful flowers. Then what happened? She thought that fall would never end, but what happened? That end. And then she found herself in a long hallway, but the doors were all the doors were shut, or all the doors were closed. And through the window she able to saw a beautiful garden with colorful flowers. There was a golden key on a three-leg table, but the doorway was too small for me to enter. And there she found a golden key, and the golden key was on a three-leg table, the table which has three leg. On the three-leg table the golden key was, but the doorway was too small for Alice to enter in the door. Then I found a little bottle labeled "Drink me" on the table. Since the bottle did not say poison, I took a sip. Then there she found a bottle, and on that bottle labeled and written there "Drink me." And when she found that bottle, then she took a sip, means some of the uh, liquid from the bottle she sip or she drink. It tasted like a custard and pineapple and hot buttered toast all at once, and that tasted of the different fruit taste. Now I was the right size to go through the door into the garden, and after drinking that liquid her size decreased, and now she was suitable now she was in suitable size to go through the door. But what happened? Narrator: but when she reached the door, Alice found that it had slipped her mind to bring the garden bring the golden key, and the three-legged table was now too high for her to reach. As we learn in previous paragraph that when she sipped the liquid, at the time her size was decreased, and when her size was decreased at the time she went to the door, but she recognized that she has forgot or she has slipped her mind, and a golden key was on the three-leg table, and three-leg table in the recent size of her that was so higher to reach Alice. I did not lose heart. I took under the three-leg table and found a lovely cake in a box. I am sure I never saw it before. It had the words "Eat me" marked on it with black currants. I ate the cake, and it made me grow and grow till my head touched the roof. Alice sobbed loudly. Then what happened? Once again she came to the three legs table, and there she found a cake, and on the cake there was written "Eat me." And when she found that one, she ate a cake, and when she ate the cake, after that her size once again increased and increased, grow and grow till her head touched to the roof. And when her head touched to the roof, after that Alice sobs loudly, cried loudly. Narrator: so Alice began to cry, and she said gallons fell from her eyes, or a lots of tears fell from her eyes or come out from her eyes, that made a large pool, and the gallons of tears made a large pool. Then several strange animals began to collect around her in the pool. Among them were a mouse, a lizard, a dodo, a lorry, and a canary. Together they swim to the bank, and when the gallons of tear made a large pool, after that different animals gathered there. Among the animals, mouse, lizard, dodo, and lorry and a canary were there, and together they swam to the river. Together all the animals with the allies swam to the bank of that large pool. Then what happened? They were in need a queer looking party, all the dripping wet, cross and uncomfortable. And now began the story of the cacus race. Then what happened? When they swam in the large pool, after that they get wet, and after that the cacus race story start. As the narrator speaks, Alice and the other swim to the shore. Then what happened? Alice: I wish I had not cried so much. I nearly drowned in my own tears, or submerged, or she was submerged in her own tear. And means all round her tear was there, and on her tear she was swimming. All we are ouch, do Dodo, we need to get dry. Then Dodo said, we need to get dry. Alice then asks, how we get dry here? I do not see the towels. Then Alice asks there, how do we get dry here, as here no towel is there, or I do not see the towels. Lorry, I am older, I will tell you how we can dry ourselves. Then it's turn up Lorry. Lorry said that I am older than all of you, so I will suggest a way how we can dry ourselves. Then Alice, how do you know? You are elder than me. How old are you? Then Alice asks a question that you are saying you are older than all of us. Then tell me how you are older than me, and how old are you? Means she asks the as of Lorry also. Then what happened, Lorry? Why should I tell you my age? It's rude to ask someone's age. And she called there that why should I tell you the my age? And it is not the good manner to ask someone's age. Mouse, sit down. I know how we can all be dry. Then Mouse order there or gave order there to sit down all of you. I know how we can be all dry. Then everyone sit in a circle, mouse in the middle. By putting the mouse, everyone sit by making a circle. Mouse. William the Conqueror was the first Norman king in England. By listening these words, when the mouse spoke about the Norman king William, Alice grumbled and said, how can William the Conqueror make me dry? She asked the questions, how William make us dry? And he died century ago also, the ally said. And what a dry boring story. She said that it is a very dry and boring story. Mouse excited and said, exactly, a dry story will dry us. And she said that as it is a dry story, so it dries us. Dodo, I will know how we can get dry. We should run a cacus race that will dry us out. Then Dodo said there that I know, means Dodo know how they can get dry, and she suggests there we should or they should run a cacus race that will uh, dry to all of them. Alice, cacus race, what it is? Cacus race, what is a cacus race? Then Alice asks there, what is a cacus race? Then Dodo, making out a circular track around them. A caucus is a group of people. Have not you heard of caucus of politicians? Since our other companions like March Hare Hatter, then Cheshire Cat are not here today. We are the caucus. This is our track. Then she make a track and she said about the caucus race. That race held between the politicians, the people work in the government, and she explained about the caucus race. Then Lorry, I can wait to go start. I cannot wait to get start. Where's the starting line? Then Lorry asks, where is the starting line? And she saw the eagerness, means she asked there that she can't wait for the run. Dodo, we can start from anywhere. Dodo said that they can start from anywhere. Canary, not a bad idea. You run, I fly, we all get dry. Then Canary said, not a bad idea, it is not a bad idea. You run, I fly, and we can all get dry, or we all get dry. She sing a small poetry, or she sing a small poetry lines. All choose different places. Lizard, which way do we run? When does the race start? Then Lizard asks, in which directions, are in which way do we run? are clockwise or anti-clockwise? That question is asked by the lizard. Then Dodo, stand anywhere, face any directions, run anytime, just run. All the faces different directions. Some run clockwise and some run anti-clockwise, some zigzag. So the race started there, and some run to the clockwise, some run to the anti-clockwise, and some run in the zigzag line. Lizard, when do we stop? I am running out of breath. Means she was uh, feeling the difficulties in her breath. So lizard asked, when do we stop? Then Dodo, don't stop, I'll keep running but get slower. Then Dodo command there, don't stop suddenly, just slowly stop your running but get slower your running. Then Dodo, panting, stop, all stop crowding around Dodo. Some double up, panting, bumping into each other. Mouse, is the race over? Who won? Then when the run stop or when the race stop, then the mouse asks, is the race over? Who won the race? Means who was the winner? Asked by the mouse. Dodo thinks with his finger on his forehead. We all won. And after thinking, she give reply, or the Dodo give reply that we all won. Mouse, all, how we all win? Every race has one winner. I am sure I won. Then the mouse argue there, as in every race only one is the winner, so I am sure that I am the winner, or I won the race. Dodo, we run this race to get dry. Are you all dry? Then Dodo asks there, what is the purpose of that running, and that purpose completed or not? So what happened? All the checking themselves, and they said yes, means the purpose over, or the cause for which cause they run, that over. Dodo, see, everybody has won, everybody must get a prize. Then Dodo said that, see, everybody has won means of everybody has dry themselves, so everybody must get the prize. Then Alice the fishes out candies from her pocket and distribute them. Then she brought out the candies and distributed to all of them. Mouse, to Alice, where is your prize? Mouse asked to the Alice, where is your prize? Dodo, we are all the winners, so we all must get a prize. Do you not have anything else in your pocket? And she asked, do you not have anything else in your pocket? Then Alice find a thimble. Dodo take it and hands it to her. And she find a thimble, and she asks to the Dodo to take it and to hands it, means gave to her. Dodo to Alice, this is for you. Alice bows and accept the thimbles every day. She munching candy noisily. And this is about the cacus race. Very interesting. Play this one is.